Is he here? Oh yeah, he's here. Oh, he's here. Okay, wait, stasis? Hello everybody and welcome back. Some more Stoneblock 4. Why are there just sheep watching me? What is this? I'm not that big of a YouTuber. There can't be sheep watching me yet. Oh my gosh, jokes aside. Today, we are going to be making a fluid laser drill from one of my favorite mods, Industrial Foregoing. And the reason we need to make a fluid laser drill is because we need to drill into some mobs' heads. One of which is going to give us chaos, and the other is going to give us one that's going to be a bit more immediate, which I believe is called ether gas? I get that one from drilling a wither. I don't know if I'll do the chaos one this video. I want to though, because just putting it somewhere else wouldn't make much sense. But for us to do this, I kind of haven't touched Industrial Foregoing very much. It's not that hard, and I have done it in bits and pieces enough to where I think I also want to automate this first. For us to do that though, we're at a little bit of a bind, because the main thing that needs automation is the dissolution chamber, because this is going to be used in the machine frames that are used for all the different machines. But for us to get this thing to work, we need two different fluids. One is pink slime. I already actually have that automated with the mob slaughter factory, so pink slime's fine. The latex though, that's where this gets interesting. Now normally what you would do is you would use this fluid extractor and you would extract from this acacia or other logs, but acacia gives the best reward. However, I really don't want to do a wood automation setup with this as well. So instead, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make this thing, the insulating resin. We're also going to want to go ahead and make, well, another bucket, so that way we can then go ahead and make ourselves this fluid cow jar. For those of you who know where this is going, you already know a lot more than me, because I actually don't know terribly much about this. Now, there's mobs down there. I'm gonna sort that out, but for right now, we can just go ahead and right-click the cow, and what is happening? Started a cow transmutation. It's not just gonna die, is it? Is there a chance of failure? Oh, he's so cute. He turned into a little baby. Oh my gosh. So there we go. We got the fluid cow. I need a better way to grab him. Actually, wait. Doesn't Industrial Foregoing have that mob container that I can use for this? Yeah, the mob imprisonment tool. So then in that case, let's go ahead and capture you and then put the jar there and then put you there. And you're still a latex. Okay, I was a little worried if it would like mess that up or something. And then just drop an anvil on his head. There we go. It is now slowly generating latex. That is good. Okay, so now with this, what we just need to do is, I can just go ahead and slap this, yeah, over here. Since I moved the other thing, what was it? The dragon's breath? Yeah, I can just go ahead and set you to here. And then I need a puller. I do have a puller. Okay, and it's already set to up. That's good. So now we can just go ahead and slap this into here, and it'll just start pulling the latex from my little jar cow. So now that we've gotten that, all that's left for us to do is to just set this baby up to automation. It really won't be that difficult. I actually do it off screen. But while we are on the topic of latex, I actually do want to make another bucket real quick and then just grab this baby, the latex processing unit. I don't actually need this machine. This is just how I would normally turn latex into the dry rubber if I didn't have the chicken. I just wanted to do this so that way I could actually unlock these quest lines because it was bothering me. And to save myself on space and cables, I decided to send this down here with all my Oritech stuff. It was all very easy. Something just spawned here. There you are. I don't need any more loot, B. I know I can turn it off, but it does give me chance cubes occasionally. Anyways, back on topic though, here it is. The dissolution chamber is all set up and ready. We've got our patterns in here. I only really needed these two. These guys I could have technically gone without because I'd only need to make them once, but you know, I figured I wanna pack as much of this in as possible. And we also got our import drive sending it over here. Now then, we should just need to test this out. So if I look for, yeah, the machine block, the advanced machine frame, we have enough of everything. We just need it to craft. So let's head on back down here and let's actually look at this. We should be able to see some things going on in here. Okay, I finally managed to get it working. It took me like 20 minutes and it's dumb. It's really dumb. So I don't know why. I tried other things, But the only thing that it would actually allow fluid to go down into is this quantum entangloporter, which can hold pretty much everything. Items, fluids, gases, power, anything under the bus you can think of. It can go in there. But I tried other things that can also hold items and fluids, you know, like the dissolution chamber, for example, but for some reason, none of them worked except for this thing. I have no explanation as to why this happens. Either way, there we go, that works. So now we can go ahead and set that thing up. So now this should be working. And yeah, the pink slime is in. Where did the pink slime go? You don't think? It's not possible. That wouldn't do that. That wouldn't be the problem. That wouldn't make sense. Because it didn't do that with the latex. But the latex did think it was going through. But when I put the other machine, it was fine. That wouldn't be the case. And yet I am hoping. Okay. So this thing was pulling the fluid out. You know what? As long as it's working, I'm fine with that. So there we go. We've gotten our machine blocks all automated. All of that should work out just fine. The only thing we need to worry about now is just making the laser bases and the laser drills. We're also going to want to make the stasis chamber. That I'm actually going to go ahead and make now by hand just because I have pretty much everything for this on hand. So that way we don't forget that. And like literally it's literally the easiest thing on this list. So there we go. Now we've gotten that. So here's the question. Did I ever actually set the lasers to auto crafting? I did not. Well, we all know the drill for how that worked. We know the drill. I'm gonna get the fluid laser drills up and running, and then I'm gonna show you all just how we're gonna get it off of the wither. And I do actually have time for the chicken. That's gonna be fun.
Later.
Alrighty, I got my fluid laser and my laser drill parts both ready and raring to go. Now, there's another important thing to know about, which is laser lenses. For these, I needed the black and purple laser lenses. Purple for the ether gas from the wither, and black for the chaos from the Enderchicken. Let's start with the easier one to deal with, which is going to be the wither. Okay, so here's my wither box. I actually did forget to grab a few things, so I had to come right back, but I already put my stasis chamber right down into here. If we show the working area, it is still in the box. So even though the wither won't be fully consumed by it, he should be relatively fine. An important thing to note is we're gonna need to include a few add-ons. Speed, efficiency, and processing. This will make this thing go so incredibly fast. The point where once I input some power in here, let me just touch that for a little bit. I could not move there. This thing gives me, what is this? Yeah, slowness 2040%. And then we just need to go ahead and construct the wither. I need to be above his head, so that's gonna be over here. And I'll know if this works, well, this works. So then we can go ahead and put that there. And then I just need to put down the laser drills. So there we go. Now all of these are processing. There we go. Now, I want to go ahead and put in an add-on processor and efficiency of tier 2 in these. I'm not going to put the speed one in just because I don't know the actual power consumption of these guys. Yeah, it looks like it's using 1,000 FE a tick for each of these, but I don't know if that goes up or down. We still haven't gotten the ether. Okay, so that means the laser drill itself is too high. So if I just go ahead and dig down by 1, we should then be good. So now if I go ahead and put the laser into there, it should give us the ether gas. That is beautiful. Alrighty, so now we just need to push to the top, and then we can go ahead and give ourselves an ender tank right here, all set to white for the ether gas. There we go. That is beautiful. And I can always speed this baby up with more of these guys. I'm pretty sure I can actually put in a few of those guys into this as well. I don't know how it affects it in here though, but we are starting to get ourselves our ether gas. So I can go ahead and just slap these guys over here, and then we can put one of these guys. Oh, and there it is. We can see the gas inside. So then if I go ahead and output it down, now we have ourselves our ether gas automated. The only thing left is the chaos. Now, because it is chaos, I think it is only fitting that we make this completely black dyed. But that begs the question, how are we actually going to laser drill the chicken? Like, the Enderchicken boss fight becomes very destructive. Like, there's no real way I'd be able to do this. Well, there is a way, but before I can do that, I need to make a compact machine first. Now, the compact machines I actually can't craft, I can only buy them. And the biggest one is $75, so I figure why not? That's over at the Infernal. So then we can just go ahead and put that right there. But we can't actually access it just yet. For us to be able to do that, we're first going to need to get ourselves a personal shrinking device, which in itself is not hard to get. I just need some iron plate, an atom shrinking module, and an atom enlarging module, and I already got the world engine upgrades for that. So after slapping that in the world engine, we now have ourselves our personal shrinking device, which we can just go over here and right click this. The dungeon starts loading. Oh, this may have been a bit too big, but you know what, it's fine. This will give us plenty of room. So here we go. What I'm gonna want to do is I'm gonna want to put the stasis chamber right here. I want this thing to be set up preemptively because otherwise this is gonna get bad. So if I go over here and shift right click this spot, this is where I will come in. If I just right click up in the air, now I'm back out. I need another flux point. I already got the flux point, so then I can just go ahead and slap this right here. Now this is set for zaps. Then I can just go ahead and pour all this into here. And now this is just gonna start wasting a whole butt of power. That's fine. Actually, I want it to be off because otherwise I'm not going to be able to set this thing up properly. So now that we've gotten all of this, why this is a compact machine and how we're supposed to get the Enderchicken here. Apparently, the chicken will teleport back if it is in the same dimension. So that's why I needed to make a compact machine, so that way it's technically in a different dimension. But how we're going to get that over here? Well, that's where this is gonna get interesting. We're gonna need to make ourselves a dislocator. 65 bucks well spent. So now I got this, and all I need to do is I need to sneak right click to find my current XYZ coordinates. So I wanna stand right on top of this stasis chamber and just sneak right click. This will now teleport to this exact position and this exact dimension. Here is what we need to do. You see this draconium infusion ring we got over here and this dislocator receptacle? This is a draconic evolution portal. And what I can do is I can right click this. So now it's a portal. So now if I go ahead and put the mighty Enderchicken egg in here, we should, okay, apparently it'll do it one at a time. Just then. I never turned the stasis chamber back on. Oh no, wait, hang on a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a chicken stick real quick. I am afraid. I am deeply, deeply afraid. Is he here? Oh yeah, he's here. Oh, he's here. Okay, wait, stasis? I did not want him to be this big. That's not a problem. I'm gonna hope that we can still do this with him being this big. Because yeah, what I wanted to do, and you can do this, you can get him while he's small and then you can just put the laser drill right on top of his head. I don't know how it wants me to do it like this. I'm gonna assume that it's going by the white one right here rather than all this. So I need to put it up here. Let's go ahead and hope that this works. Send it to Zap. All right. I forgot to grab any of the upgrades and stuff for this, but that's fine. Let's just see if this works for right now. Oh, that's fun. So that's not working. Is there a chance? Is there a chance that it's because of the shield? If it's because of the shield, it's not because of the shield. Okay. Okay, yeah, I was just one block too high, but there we go. Now we are going to start generating our molten chaos. That is beautiful. So for one tiny chaos shard, I'm going to need 100 millibucks of this. So I am going to need to go ahead and speed this baby up, but thanks to the stasis chamber, it should regenerate this guy, yeah, when he starts taking damage. So now we can just head on back over here, and unlike what I was thinking before, I actually don't want to use a drawer. What I want is a compacting drawer. Here's what I'm thinking. I need an ingot cast from this guy if I want to be able to make this. which shouldn't be that hard for me to get. I should just need steel and a nugget. Now, what I want to go ahead and do is we want to go ahead and put this cast here with that on top, and then we want to just go ahead and put our molten chaos up here, and then just have it going down. Once we have enough in there, we should then be able to make this work. Okay, yeah, so to fully upgrade all these guys, I did need to add another stasis chamber with full upgrades to keep his health up. But so far, it does appear to be working well. So now if we head back over here, we should find, yep, a tiny chaos fragment. I can go ahead and take this and throw this into here. And there we go. Now it'll all work just well. We can go ahead and lock this and lock that. So now that tiny chaos fragment will eventually grow to be a small chaos fragment, which can then grow again to be I think it's just a normal chaos fragment after that. And we got another tiny chaos fragment right there. So now if we go ahead and set this thing to be up, it'll then pull it down and get us our next chaos fragment. Boom. So now we've gotten our ether gas and our chaos all completely automated and ready to go. That is good. So now I already have enough ether gas for it. After that, I just need all of these guys to be set up. I'm gonna need to do a little bit of tweaking for it, but we will be able to get our dragon heart now, which means we should soon be able to make all of this stuff working. But that is gonna be a problem for another time. For right now, what I really want to do is open up today's chance cube. Yes, it is that part of the show where I open a chance cube, risking my life for all your entertainment. Let's hope nothing tries to kill me this time. Oh no. Oh no. It gave me no... What's it gonna do? I'm afraid to go back. I'm very afraid to go back. What did I just do? I'm gonna hope that nothing went wrong. That's somehow scarier than if it actually showed me what it did. So did you like this video? Good. Then be sure to check out our last Stoneblock 4 video where we got replication automation. Bye-bye!